Hey, what's up, guys? Who's here? Who's in? Who do I have? Who do I have? What's up, Ramley? What do we got going on? So I'm just watching the Raiders just took Josh Jacobs, running back. So I mean that's great because what do we have? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. So we're 7 picks away. Oh, what's up, Brandon Cruz? Welcome. Rob Navarro, what's up, man? This is my first live stream. This is Rams Talk's first live stream. So I really want to thank everyone for showing up. I honestly had no idea like who would actually stop by. SWAT Gaming, who do you think Eames would get? I don't know what that means, SWAT Gaming. Yo, what's up? Make the Lakers great again. Yeah, I'd love for that to happen. Palinka, man. Rams. Oh, who do I think the Rams would get? What's up? Oh, Brodnick's on break. Dude, everyone, you see Brodnick in the chat there? That dude is awesome. He's on top of this draft big time. Okay, so who do I think the Rams would get? I think it's really just down to a handful of guys. Like I think it's going to be Dalton Risner because the Ravens are on the clock right now, and I think they could go offensive linemen. So they could go Juwan Taylor, they could go Risner, but if Risner's there, I could see the Rams definitely taking him. I could see them taking Jerry Tillery, defensive line, if they go defensive line. It's crazy. The three big cornerbacks are all still available in Murphy, Greedy Williams, and Baker. So, like, I mean, they could potentially go cornerback. I never really thought about that. I thought all those guys would be taken. Hey, Brian Lopez, hey, thanks so much, man. Oh, Jonathan Abraham. You think Jonathan Abraham, like right now? You think it's a little too early? Yeah, ramifications. Super Bowl bound again. Hell yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Dexter Lawrence, man. He went way earlier than all the mocks that I thought would he'd be taking him. But I mean, this just like how many mock drafts were just blown up again by the real thing? Like no one had Dexter Lawrence going early teens. Jeffrey Simmons went 19. That's crazy. I also feel that, Risner or DL. Dude, DK Metcalf, surprise pick. I mean, like, I feel the Rams are set at receiver, but you never know. Drew Lock is still available. So if a team that wanted a quarterback wants to trade back in and get Drew Lock, I could totally see the Rams trading out. So the Rams are either trading out because someone wants Drew Lock, because the Ravens aren't taking Drew Lock, the Colts aren't taking Drew Lock. I don't think the Raiders are going to take Drew Lock, but I mean, it's the Raiders. They took Cleveland Farrell. Chargers not taking him. Seahawks at 29 and 30 could totally trade out of one of those spots ahead of the Rams. So I would also look for them to trade out. Oh, Montez Sweat. If Montez Sweat is there, like no one thought he would still be available. I mean, he has a heart condition, but he did. Usually, I was listening to Peter King this morning. He said that if you have like any kind of medical condition, they really hold you out of the combine. But even though he had this heart thing, they still let him perform in the combine. So that makes me feel like he's okay. Where did Burns go? Where did Burns go? Burns went. He went a little later than I thought. Let's see here. I got my phone here. Burns went 16 to Carolina Panthers. Montez Sweat would be good. Panthers. Yeah, SWAT Gaming. You're on it. Okay, so who do you guys think the Ravens are taking now? I think they are taking an offensive lineman. I don't know if they're taking a receiver. Maybe they're taking a receiver. Marquise Brown. I mean, it would be crazy if Marquise Brown went to the Raiders in a couple picks to team up with his cousin, Antonio Brown. Yeah. So, okay, the pick is in for the Ravens. Okay, guys, so who we go? Who do we got going to the Ravens? Offensive lineman? Just don't take Risner. This is the biggest Risner threat. They select Marquise Brown. I think you guys are ahead of me because I'm watching via the DirecTV app. So I think I'm like probably 30 seconds behind most people. Yeah, Brodnick, I know you want Chase Winovich. I know. Who do you want? Do you want Winovich or Risner? Okay, let's just take a quick poll. Everyone, who do you want the Rams to take at 31? Who do you want? If, like, out of everyone that's still available, if you could pick one of those guys to be available. What's up, Andrew? You the man. Man, you guys are awesome. You guys are really awesome. Thanks for making this fun. Okay, so SWAT Gaming wants Sweat. Ramifications wants Sweat. I mean, it's like CNC Music Factory going to make you sweat? Yeah. Yeah, I remember the 90s. Brodnick, okay, Sweat. He wants Risner or Sweat. Let's see here. Sweat till you play. Move. Good one. Good one, Ramifications. O-line or D-line. Yeah, so that's why I'm thinking it's like it's Risner or it's Tillery. I really feel, or Sweat if Sweat's there. Hold on, let me check. Did the Rams meet with Sweat? I think they did. Rams pre-draft. By the way, if anyone here is on Twitter, you gotta follow Downtown Rams. They compiled. Yeah, they did meet with Montez Sweat at the Combine. Downtown Rams on Twitter or even their website, they're awesome. They kept this tracker going. They're really dialed in. They have podcasts where they interview guys. They had a really cool interview with Colin Saunders. Remember my name because I'm going to be drafted first round. Andrew, you're going to be drafted first round? Or trade back with Denver? Yep. Got to get a guy to learn behind Whitworth. Yep. You know, it was crazy. I did not know until recently that Dalton Risner also played center for a year. Like, it's crazy that there was a guy who was center and offensive tackle. Usually it's like center or Colts trade pick to Redskins. Center or guard. Yeah, did you just see that? Colts trade pick to Redskins? Yeah, I mean, dude, SWAT Gaming, I hear you. Like, I've been waiting for this moment since the Super Bowl ended, and we're almost there. Okay, moving step Vic. What about a wide receiver? I know we got a good core, but a guy who can fight for the ball would be nice. So the guy that like is the best contested ball receiver is Keneal Henry from Arizona State. Do I think the new coaches would make a difference to the team? Yeah, so like the one new coach that is the big difference. So Zach Taylor left to be the head coach of the Bengals. So they brought in a guy, can't remember his name right now off the top of my head. I talked about him in a couple episodes ago, but he evaluated quarterbacks for Pro Football Focus. So essentially he saw every throw that Jared Goff has made in his professional career and even his college career. So they basically brought in a dude who has already watched all the film on Jared Goff to be their passing game or quarterbacks coach. And improvement over Reynolds if possible. Yeah, you know, like I like Reynolds. I think that they never used him in the red zone effectively, especially against Philly. I want to say like they overthrew him, or Goff overthrew him a couple times on like obvious touchdowns. Because their red zone offense was pretty bad last year, but I wouldn't go wide receiver in the first round. I'd go later on, and they met with only a handful of wide receivers, so I don't think that they're really keyed in on that. I'd rather see them spread the ball out to Reynolds and Gerald Everett more. Can't wait for the season. I miss going to the Coliseum. Yeah, I know. I was watching Behind the Grind the other day, and it starts off with that game against Kansas City, that Monday night game, and just like you're looking at it again, and just the atmosphere was so awesome. I was at the game, and that was just so epic. I'm ready. Thanks, and okay, Andy Huenta. I went to that game with Andy C.O. Huenta. They should consider taking a Brian Quick, Isaiah Pede type offensive talent. Yeah, I think they totally should. Who's in favor of Isaiah Pede and Brian Quick? Anyone? Yeah, that's coming from Philly fan Andy right there. Zach Robinson. Yep. Okay, so Zach Robinson is the guy who replaced Zach Taylor. You're right, SWAT Gaming. What pick are they on? They just passed 25, so they're on 26 now. Yep, Zach Robinson is his name. Good. Thanks, SWAT Gaming. Hakeem Butler. Okay, Hakeem Butler. That's another guy you like. What's the deal with Hakeem Butler? I don't know too much about him. Okay, Byron. Yeah, out of all the cornerbacks, I'd take Greedy or Byron Murphy. I'm down with either one of those guys. Who will take DK Metcalf? I feel like DK Metcalf is just one of those classic, great measurables, fast, buff, all of that stuff, but might not be the most refined receiver. So I think, honestly, DK Metcalf, if he's around, I think would go to Kansas City. Because with all the Tyreek Hill stuff going on, who knows what his future in KC is. And if you put DK Metcalf out there and he could just burn and Mahomes just bombs it out to him. That's with Tyreek Hill and Sammy Watkins. I felt like they had those two fast guys that just bust it right open. Redskins about to take Metcalf, you think? Maybe they take Michael Westbrook. Remember Michael Westbrook? Yeah, I don't know either. It's like these teams are so random. And like the Redskins and the Raiders and like there's a bunch of teams that are always making the wrong moves. Yeah, Greedy. I'd be happy with Greedy. And I feel like the cornerback situation, you say like, yeah, it's a red shirt year. But there's all different kind of sub packages where you could bring him in on like a 3 or 4 wide receiver set, or even like what if Talib or Marcus Peters gets injured again? So you want to have a guy learn a year. Imagine they sign Peters. Peters has a good year. You re-sign him. You put Greedy next to Marcus Peters. That could be, or Byron Murphy. That's a great future at cornerback. Now you're set. Yeah, Marquise Brown and Antonio Brown are cousins. Yep, but that's not going to happen now. Hakeem is a tall receiver. What college did Hakeem go to? Oh, Iowa State. There it is, Borotnik. I guess I just need to keep reading. Let's go Chargers. Let's not go Chargers. It's like I know a lot of people in LA are like bent out of shape about the Chargers, but it's just like it's like the Clippers. If you're a Lakers fan, the Chargers are like the Clippers. It's just like, okay, cool. Like I don't have anything against you, but like and I did actually, they were my California team while the Rams are in St. Louis, because I wasn't going Niners. And so like Chargers are kind of like in their AFC, so I was kind of like the Chargers, and like they still haven't done anything to make me hate them. Matthews on the Rams. Matthews. Which Matthews? Yeah, and Andy C.O. Huenta. I do believe I'm with you, because I was thinking about the offensive line today, and like, what are the 2 games that the Rams like melted down last year? It was like Philly and Chicago because of Akeem Hicks and Fletcher Cox coming up the middle. So, okay, Redskins are taking Montez Sweat. Damn. See, Jerome Dukes, you guys are already on it. Yeah. Well, Montez Sweat is there. I didn't expect Montez Sweat to be there anyways. But, we have Oakland, Chargers, 2 Seahawks picks, and then us for Dalton Risner, Jerry Tillery, or a cornerback. Yeah, the Redskins actually making some decent picks. Yeah, and the Chargers the Chargers are paying rent. Yeah, Gurley does need more blocks. Yeah, I mean, I really feel like if the Rams can lock down the center position, whether that's Brian Allen. Let's also remember that the Rams have Aaron Kromer, the offensive line coach, and that dude is a genius. Look at what he did with Austin Blythe. All those guys stayed healthy. Havenstein, look at how Havenstein's progressed. Like no one talks about Havenstein, but like that guy has got he was a top 10, top 15 tackle last year. So Cromer does a great job of identifying players. I'm sure last year in the draft, he identified Brian Allen, Noteboom as like, these are guys I can work with and groom. And Brian Allen learned under John Sullivan, who was really like the quarterback of the offensive line. So hopefully with John Sullivan going, that Goff will take a little bit more ownership of those calls at the line, but Brian Allen also had a year. I don't, why they moved Hype Corridos 19? It was because their owner is a cheap ass. Spanos is such a jerk. So I have no love for Spanos. He sucks. Yep. Swagami Tillery. I'd be down with Tillery all the way. And what other D-line is out there? I don't think there really is any available like first round guys. Let me see. I'm just checking in real time here. Yeah, I don't see unless they're going like a 3-4 like edge guy. But I think it's really Tillery is the defensive line pick. Rams are greedy. You think so? Bosa and the Niners. Well, I hate Nick Bosa now because I hate the 49ers. But talk about that defensive line of DeForest Buckner, D Ford, and Nick Bosa. Another reason why the Rams need to bolster the offensive line and make sure they're good up front because, even though Seattle got rid of Frank Clark, so many names right now, the 49ers defensive line is actually going to be pretty legit. I hate to say it. Cromer does have a good resume. Okay, Andrew's calling Greedy. Greedy went there too in a couple mocks, but I just didn't really think he'd fall. I'm actually kind of baffled that there hasn't been a single cornerback taken yet. Cromer does have a good resume. Taylor Rapp, I really like Taylor Rapp. And to me, Taylor Rapp would be perfect in the second round, but we just don't have a second round pick. I think that Brian Allen would be better physically as like a blocker than Sullivan, but I'm not sure if he has like the experience because everyone says John Sullivan was like a supercomputer and he really like coordinated everything on the offensive line, made life easier on Goff. So I feel like I don't know how Noteboom and Allen are going to be. And I just think that it depends on I don't know what the Rams actually believe in terms of Allen and Noteboom, but they also don't have any depth and Whitworth is going to be gone after this year. So what if one of those guys gets injured? You need depth. You don't think Greedy's fallen to 31? Well, he's fallen already to 27. Let's see what the Raiders do. Jonathan Abram would be your choice, but I think Jonathan Abram, I think he would be more of a, because he's like a safety cornerback, right? Yeah, Cromer likes to pick late. If Jonathan Abraham goes off, then trade back. Okay, Brian Lopez, you love Jonathan Abraham. Okay, I got it. Duly noted. Let's see. Did they meet with Jonathan Abraham? They did at a private meeting or workout. To be honest, we need offensive because in the Super Bowl, our O-line was getting beat and our wide receivers weren't fighting for the ball. Yeah, it's hard to argue with that. Okay, who do the Raiders take? Oh, wow. Brian Lopez. Jonathan Abram is gone. I'm sorry, man. Single tier. If you want to talk about the Super Bowl, the Rams, to me, lost that game because Sean McVay could not make adjustments, and they didn't give Todd Gurley the ball. I don't care what anyone says. His knee was okay in that game. And if they didn't call a play back for holding on Saffold, which I think it was Saffold or Sullivan, that wasn't a holding, then he's averaging like 5 yards per carry in the Super Bowl with no touches. So they kept having Jared Goff. See you later. My wife's leaving, so I got it all myself now, guys. It's guys' time. They kept having Goff do play action 7-step drops, throwing like 20-yard passes. You got to like dink it, throw the little passes to Edelman, open it up. So I feel like it was a chess match, you're right, that McVay just never learned. And I was like, the whole time, I'm like, run the ball. If they're blitzing and they're bringing all this pressure, run the ball. Yep. Zach Allen. What about Zach Stacy? Do you know that Zach Stacy replied to me on Twitter? I like said something negative, like if fantasy football wise, and then I mentioned him about like a time I kept him. Like I was like, gosh, my keepers were so bad one year. I kept Zach Stacy and CJ Spiller, and then Zach Stacy liked that comment, and I felt pretty bad because I like Zach Stacy, but you know they should bring Zach Stacy back. He was in the AAF, whatever that thing was. Trade it back. Brian Lopez says trade it back. I say trade it back no matter, but you have Brian Lopez. You gotta have. It takes two to tango. Just because you want to trade back doesn't mean you can trade back. So they need someone who wants to trade up. And the thing is that the Seahawks have 2 picks in front of them, and they could take. I could see the Seahawks totally using one of those picks and trade back. Aaron Donald should have got to be cover on the Madden. Hey, no, we don't want that jinx. I think Mahomes got it. Or no, is he 2019? We don't want the jinx. We don't want a Madden jinx. No Madden jinx. I mean, why not Peyton Hillis? Yeah, Brady 0 TDs. Yeah, exactly. Ramification and Andrew Marietta. So I did see that video of him limping, but it was like so subtle. So I mean, like sometimes I get up and I'm limping a little bit. I think Todd Gurley is okay. I mean, the game against Dallas, he had over 100 yards. Did he and they did something where like, the next level data and stuff that they clocked the speed of every player in the Super Bowl, and Todd Gurley was the fastest player. So I feel like with the whole thing coming out about the cartilage or the arthritis, I think that just means that maybe he's got like 4 to 5 years, like good years left, and not like a long career, and that they might have to just manage his reps and give more to Brown. Okay. I would like DK Metcalf. Would be good tall receiver for us. Brian Lopez, we have like 4 receivers, and Cooper Kupp's coming back. I mean, out of all of I would like DK Metcalf too, but like if we had 5 first-round picks, I'd take him with one of those. Oh, SWAT gaming, I know. I mean, like, and tomorrow's going to be the real juice because we get 2 third-round picks if we don't trade back, so we actually have more action there. And then Saturday, I have an event I have to go to in the morning during the draft, and those are the rounds I'm really pumped about. People aren't talking too much about the AFQB. Oh yeah, well, you know what though? I'll say the best offseason moves the Rams did was Bortles. I mean, I know that's not the AFQB, but like last year, everyone here knows that last year if Goff had gone down, the Rams season was over because Mannion is possibly the worst quarterback I've ever seen, next to who was that guy for the Bills like last year and the year before. Yeah, if we had Cooper Kupp in the Super Bowl, it would have been a different story. Totally. If we had Cooper Kupp the whole season, potentially we don't lose a couple of games late in the year. Cooper Kupp is like, I mean, he played in 8 games and he was still leading the Rams in TDs like up until week like 13 or 14. Oh yeah, Cooper Kupp is awesome. I'm a huge fan. Like Cooper Kupp, Senior Bowl, led Division II, and I don't know what receiving category, but like those are the kind of guys the Rams want. Great locker room guy. Cup will be the key next season. Totally agree. Got him in fantasy, so I'm pumped about that. I don't know. I mean, a lot of guys have come back from the ACL, and I think that happened early enough in the season that he's look at Drew Lock. He's got a football. Wow, he's nervous. He's like, someone please. Someone please. Who's trading back? Who's getting Drew Lock? Who's trading up? Broncos? Nate Peterman. Exactly. Nate Peterman. That guy is the worst. He was so bad. The fact that the Bills bench Tyrod Taylor like halfway in the season for Nate Peterman blows my mind. Who do I think the Chargers are picking? Gosh, I don't know. I haven't really been following the Chargers. Maybe they'll pick a new owner, one who's not an asshole. Yeah. Maybe they'll pick fans in LA to actually attend the games. Boom. How about that? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't hate the Chargers, but, what can you do? I hate the 49ers. I freaking hate the 49ers more than anything. I'm a Lakers fan. I'm a Rams fan. I'm a Dodgers fan. And out of, like, all the rivals, like, I hate the Celtics. I hate the Giants. But the Niners really, like, it's like Niners, then Giants, and then Celtics, kind of, like, all right there. Oh, you hate the Patriots most? I mean, like, the Patriots are there for, like, a non-like, traditional rival. The Patriots are right there because of the 2 Super Bowl losses. And I'll tell you what, though, SWAT Gaming, once Brady and Belichick are gone, they're done. They're done for a long time because that's just some serious magic they have there. And like dynasty, you can't live forever. Hate list: Chargers, 49ers, and Raiders and Patriots. Those are all good ones. Yeah. Chargers take. Oh! Ugh! Tillery! That one hurts. I think I just woke up a baby. Yeah. Man. Oof. Yeah, hate list Seattle. I mean, like all the division teams except for probably Arizona. I mean, how can you really hate Arizona? Kick the Chargers out. I think McDaniels will continue the greatness in New England. Yeah, but I mean, I just don't think McDaniels is Belichick. I mean, look what McDaniels did for the Rams when he was offensive coordinator. Like, and what do you do without Tom Brady? Like, they don't have Garoppolo anymore. So, like, there you have to get Tillery. I would have loved for Tillery to have been on the Rams. So now I'm thinking if they stay, we're looking at Risner because defensive line, I really don't see a player. I think they're going cornerback. They're going offensive line. That's what I'm thinking. Patriots robbed us in the I mean, they're cheaters. They're legit cheaters. So let's just call that what it is. Always cheating. And I don't know, show of hands, how many people here have seen the video of Tom Brady open mouth kissing his 12-year-old son? Like, who does that while he's getting a massage? It's terrible. Bellinger. Did Bellinger just hit one? Oh, no. The game was earlier today. Or that's just a general Bellinger is awesome. Hell yeah, Bellinger's awesome. Man, Dodgers. I mean, I wish I could say this is the year for the Dodgers. It seems like it's been the year for the last 3 years, but okay, so Greedy destroyed a future dynasty in St. Louis. Yep, he did. Yeah, I mean, that was just that was like the beginning of the end. I mean, Warner got banged up after that, and like he just wasn't the same in St. Louis. Byron Murphy or Greedy? Greedy. Okay, hold on a sec. Hold on. Crying baby. Maybe the crying baby just goes back to sleep. I was too loud when Jerry Tillery was picked by the Chargers. But I mean, think about that. Melvin Ingram, Jerry Tillery, Joey Bosa. Am I missing anyone else from the Chargers line? Oh, God. I was too loud. Rams did their homework in Snead and McVay, I trust. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, everyone, talk amongst yourselves. Hold on, I have to go console a baby that I just woke up. It's not even a bottle. He's just an asshole. Whew. Wow. Yeah, he's just an asshole. I don't know if anyone here has kids. It's great, but sometimes it isn't. Did anyone get picked while I was gone? Nope. Seattle on the pick. So on ESPN, they have like this best available tracker. And Jawan Taylor, still there. Drew Lock, Cody Ford, Byron Murphy. I mean, really, like just a bunch of guys I didn't think would still be there. But Rams didn't meet with them. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, I know I'm going to say, why you, yeah. Sorry, guys, just trying to get back into the flow here. You want to see the future Ram? I do have like a little Ram jersey for him, but actually, I just want him to go to sleep. How many have we lost so far? Yeah, my baby's an asshole just because I woke him up kind of, and he just, just cries. Have 2 girls. You have 2 girls, Henry? No kids? All right. So, Henry, you know the deal. Seattle will take Murphy. Yeah, I feel like Seattle is going to take Clash of the Horns is here. Everyone, see that guy, Clash of the Horns? He is the real deal. Check him out on YouTube. He's got his own channel. He puts together like a lot of awesome classic like Rams highlights or even like current Rams highlights. So yeah, make sure you show some love to Clash of the Horns. So Seattle's got their first of 2 back-to-back picks coming up about less than a minute for that first one. Yeah, look at Andy. Andy, my buddy Andy, he's still watching the live stream. I don't know if he's just checking in here and there. By the way, Andy Bennett just was crying out to go put him down. Yeah, you got it, Clash. I don't know, Dalton Risner. I feel like Dalton Risner, Senior Bowl stud, mocked in the first round in so many mocks. They met him at the Senior Bowl and multiple times at private workouts or at a workout. So, yeah. So Seattle just can't. It's either that or a cornerback. Let's see. Did they meet with any of those top cornerbacks that haven't been picked? Let's see. I think they probably felt like all those guys are going to be taken. Rock Yassin was like the only like potential first rounder that they met with. But David Long, Amani Oruwariye, who went to Penn State, same as Andy Huenta, went to Penn State, went and saw a game there back in the day when LeVar Arrington was playing. Rams should take Chase from Paw Patrol. Yeah, that's probably a good a good pick there. Oh, Brotnick wants Ford. Okay, so Seahawks get Greedy and Adderley from Michigan, but since yeah, I mean, I feel like they have to take secondary, right? I mean, like who's in the secondary for Seattle? Do they have anyone? So I mean, I feel like they're either trading with one of those picks, and the other pick they're taking secondary. The pick is in. Yeah, Combat. I saw that Combat Sports was live streaming right now too, which kind of sucks because I like to check that out. But because I told everyone that I was going to be live streaming in my last video, I had to do it. Yeah, I trade. Yeah, I trade back too. We run Cali. Totally agree. Like, just trade back and get picks, man. D-line, it has to be. But SWAT gaming, like, I just don't. Yeah, see, D-line, there really isn't like anyone that's first round grade unless you're going edge, like unless you're going Jalen Ferguson or Ja'Kai Polite or Chase Winovich. I feel like those are the only real linemen that are like first round guys. I feel like other guys could go to the third, like Colin Saunders or Renell Wren or I'm thinking I'm spacing on like another like D tackle. O-line, Mike Jackson in the house. What's up, man? It's been a while. I'd say offensive line. And I'd say Benjamin Cazeta. I'd say we could take a linebacker, but like let's wait till the 4th or 5th because there's some good dudes that are like 4th or 5th round rated. So let's wait till then. Devin Taki. Did Devin Bush get taken? I think he was selected. Cameron Smith from USC in the 3rd. Ooh, Cam Smith. Typically, I don't like USC players. I'm a UCLA guy, but hey, Cam Smith. You take Cam Smith in the 3rd over like Tavon Coney or Bobby Okereke. Yeah, inside LB because all we have is Micah Kaiser, Corey Littleton, and who's the guy that Trayvon Young, and so like 2 second-year guys. So we definitely need depth. Yeah, Polite would be good, man. And see, this is the thing that just is like, it's tough when you don't have a second rounder because a lot of these guys would be like, yeah, let's get this guy here and then go to the second round. But when you have to wait from 31 all the way to like 94, I mean, it's like, it's like like a freaking desert in between 2 oases. Brotnick firing shots. Cameron, no good. Please trade back, please. Rerun Cali. I agree with you. So the pick is in. Are they going to commercial? What the heck? I feel like the pick has been in for a long time, so maybe this is a trade going down. Yeah, I'd say offensive line has to be the deal right now. Actually, wait, is this my paper from my video yesterday? I got my notes from my last Rams talk. So Risner, Jenkins, McCoy would be offensive linemen I can see the Rams taking right now. Defensive end, Kingsley Kiki, but he's supposed to go later. Renell Wren Saunders supposed to go later. Linebackers, all like 3rd, 4th round guys. Cornerbacks. So, I mean, like cornerbacks and safeties kind of like are the guys with the value that are still in the 1st round. So I feel like the Rams, it's defensive line, it's secondary, and offensive line are the real major like front of the draft. Back end would be linebackers. You know who I totally forget about is Obo Orowonkwo. Like that guy, I mean, the Rams Nation really was like really high on him, even myself going into last year's draft, and he slid, and the Rams got him, and everyone was stoked, and then like he was injured and nothing, and he's totally forgotten. I mean, yeah, SWAT game, I'm with you. Gurpreet Singh is in the house. Everyone say hi to Gurpreet Singh. He's really involved in the Rams community on YouTube, and he's a cool dude. So Jerome Dukes wants DK. Jimmy Garoppolo has only started 10 games, gets paid $27 million. Don't even get me started on the 49er fans being so delusional with Jimmy G. He's good, but he has done nothing. Nothing. What has he done? Right? and he makes 27 mil. He's like top 5, top 6 highest paid quarterback for 10 games, 10 wins. I could go on all day. I get in a lot of Twitter arguments with people about the 49ers. You like Rock Ya-Sin? I mean, Rock, he does have a great name, Andy. But in terms of cornerbacks, Andy, I thought you'd want them to get Amani or Awarie because he's went to your alma mater. I mean, SWAT game, I really want them to trade too, but I also want them to pick. I don't want to just wait till tomorrow. Kind of want. I've been waiting for tonight. I'm not going to sing the rest. Cameron Smith would be nice. You remember watching him play in high school your freshman year. Damn, you're young. That's all I got to say about that. Yeah, Obo. We're all forgetting about Obo. Injury prone. Yeah, Jim Garoppolo or Obo. Les Snead will make trade to get some more picks. I hope so, Philip. I think that, it just depends on who wants to get in. Because I'm sure the Rams, Adam Schefter said today that the Rams were fielding calls early this morning about trading out of the first round. So I just wonder now with Seattle having 2 picks, if that's like something now that Seattle's doing. Cashes checks. That's what he does. Look at you, Andy, just all over the place. Jimmy G hasn't done nothing except for cashing checks and dating porn stars. You think DK goes to Pats? Interesting. I could see DK going to Pats, like random guy going to Pats. I could see Joe Juan Smith, is it? Who's Joe Juan? Sorry, guys. All my names are all over the place. Jimmy Treshopolo. I think that's what I'm going to start calling him now. Good one, Clash. I think that's what we got to do. Trademark that. Let's make a shirt. Jimmy Treshopolo. Or how about Janine Garofalo? Cam Smith is basically Blake Martinez. I don't know. I'll take your word for that. There's Montavious Atkinson from Auburn, hybrid like Barron, later rounds. Okay, here we go. I feel like there's something going on with Seattle. Ooh, LJ Collier. I'm a little delayed. Yep. Look at Seahawks fans like, yeah, who's that guy we just took? Yeah, cool. Take him. I don't need him. Yep, Denver. That's what, Preston? That's what I've been saying forever. Let's get their 41st and their 71st. Let's cash it in. Because last year, Baltimore and the Eagles traded. And essentially Baltimore gave 2 second-rounders and swapped places in favor of Philly in the 3rd round. So, it's totally doable. What's up, Spectre A, Rams fan? Thanks for stopping by. No, it's okay. It's okay. SWAT gaming, keep it coming. I just do it. It's fine. It's fine because I'd rather know. I'm on pins and needles too. Jimmy G string, that's a good one. It's just good having an arsenal because I'll tell you what, with the additions the 49ers have made, they're going to have a good team this year. But to everyone who's predicting that they're going to win the division is really just smoking some serious peyote because we're talking about the Rams who went to the Super Bowl. Ooh, the Giants. Who do the Giants get? Okay, DeAndre Baker. All right. So, unless the Rams trade, this is it, guys. This is it. Giants taking DJ? Nope. Oh, you want this hat? Hey, this is lids. Lids special, guys. Buy one, get the second one half off. Still spend like $50. I think it's that's tough. Because I want to say Seattle, because they're with Russell Wilson. He's just a top quarterback. They have a good home field advantage. 49ers don't have a home field advantage. 49ers just have to prove it. They've been like such a paper champion for so long, but they do have good – they're getting everyone back from injury. They do have good defense now. Spectre A, I think they're taking Dalton Risner. I'm just going out there. Rams trade pick to Falcons. Rams trade pick to Falcons. Okay, I'm going on Twitter right now because this has got to be. Oh, people are texting. They know I'm a Rams fan. Anyone know what we got for that trade? The Falcons. Who do the Falcons have in this? What pick do they have in the second round? I know, SWAT Gaming. I'm mad too, but it just depends on what they got. Who does Atlanta want at 31? They want a cornerback too. Rams are on the clock, flipping mad. Rams trade 31st pick. Damn it. Yeah, mixed emotions. I just want to know what the trade is. What is the trade, everyone? They have the 45th. So they're probably getting a 45th and either a second rounder next year. So because I don't know if Atlanta, unless they're getting Atlanta's third as well. Yeah, we run Cali. This is good. This is kind of what we all wanted, guys. Let's remember what we wanted. We wanted the Rams to trade back, and I think I never saw it coming from Atlanta. I thought it'd be from a team that wanted a quarterback, unless they're gonna take a quarterback. But I don't see that happening. It's crazy. They have 2 4th-round picks. Oh, thanks, Andy. Look at Andy getting involved here. He's not even a Rams fan. He's just a Rams talk fan. No surprise they traded back. Yeah. Trash move. Okay, Clash. What did you wanted the Rams to stick and pick at 31? Who did you want them to have? Who did you want them to take? Clash. Greedy or Adderley? Oh. But look, if they trade back to 45, they could potentially get a cornerback there or safety. I mean, I don't think Greedy. Hold on. So is that real? They got the 45th and 79th? Yeah. I mean, okay, Pat Gamers, 100% correct. There's so much talent in the second round. Yeah. So who did Atlanta take? Wow. The tackle. Interesting. That's crazy, trading up in the first round to get a tackle. McGarry. Okay, you know what? Thank you, Philip. That I will take the 45th and 79th all day. All day. Your instant reaction now. So, Clash, are you happy with the 45th, 79th, 94th, and 99th? Is that what it is? I think that's awesome value. I'll take that all day. Now I gotta reset my big board. So 45th, what is that? 13 picks now after the Patriots. So basically I have the 13th pick of the second round. And who would potentially be around with the 13th pick? So there's still Risner, there's still McCoy, there's still Jenkins, there's still Greedy, there's still Murphy, there's still Rock Yassin, there's still Adderley. I mean, there's still tons of guys that they could fit right in there. Because think of it. What's the difference between 31 and 45 in terms of how good that player will be? And then also by getting 45 and 79, you potentially get 2 starters instead of just 1. Because guys that have been taken in the 3rd round by the Rams, Cooper Kupp, Gerald Everett, was second. Note Boom was a 3rd rounder, and John Johnson, 3rd rounder. I want to say there's a couple other guys. They're not coming to mind right now. Yeah. Everyone, okay. Is everyone happy here with 45 and 79 raised? Yeah. Yes. Yes. Who got Damian Harris? I don't think anyone did. Should have snagged Greedy. I mean, if they had taken Greedy or Murphy, I would have had zero problem with that. I would have been fine with that. If they had taken Risner, I would have been fine with that. Yeah, we just gave up 31 from what people are saying. Yeah, what if they get Risner at 45? Like, what if he falls to 45? Then we just got Risner, who we always wanted, and we picked up another pick. And the rookie wage scale between a first rounder, a 31, and 45 is different. Granted, there's no fifth-year option on that, but DK Metcalf to Pats. You calling that? Ooh, we could trade up. We could package like one of our third rounders, and and the second rounder to move up in the second round. You think DK could replace Gronk? Did Irv Smith? Was Irv Smith taken? They could take Irv Smith Jr. Forgive me if I haven't stayed on top of what every team has taken. Just looking. Okay. Rams trade the 31st pick and the 203rd pick for the 45th and the 79th. Yeah. Boom shakalaka. I'll do it. When are the Rams playing their next game? Gosh, preseason's probably what, in like August? So sometime in August. So we got a while. We got a while. Ooh, taking Chase Winovich, 45th pick. Livestream second round. Dude, I'll still be at work when the second round starts. So, yeah, maybe I get off early. Man, that was a great idea, Andrew. Yeah, regulars aren't playing, but all the rookies will. Man, Drew Lock's. Look at those Patriot fans. What douchebags. They have no self-awareness. Yeah, you know what? This is my first live stream. It's been really awesome. Which position should we draft? I'd say offensive line, because if like McCoy, Jenkins, Risner, any one of those three guys, I think would be solid. Clash of the Horns Jr. What? Wait, are the Rams still picking today? No, that's it. Rams are not picking today. There's only one pick left, and it is the Patriots with 2 minutes, a little under 2 minutes on the clock. Are they taking Drew Lock? Are they taking another player? Or are they trading? I don't know. Yeah, they could take Risner, Jenkins, McCoy. Because Jenkins and McCoy are center guard combo guys. So, like, you take one of those guys. The thing is like you draft one of those guys, and unless the Rams really feel that offensive line, those guys that they get in the draft are already ahead of Brian Allen or Joe Noteboom, then they're really only there for depth and then would start the following year. Going to be our most important round. You got to cover it. Hey, so when I'm done with the live stream, I got to go and like reset who's available, map that out. So I'll do that tonight. And then I'd love to cover it. But it starts at 4. Still work. But it is Friday. And I got a new job. And then the week they had like half-day Fridays. And the week I started was the week that they got rid of half-day Fridays. What the hell? But then they just started unlimited PTO. But who really takes unlimited time off? Like, who just goes in there and says, hey, I'm taking the next month off because I get unlimited. Who does that? Anyways, yeah, I think the Rams like Allen too. Yeah, we would have won the Super Bowl if we got a cup, or if McVay just made a change in the game plan. Good one, Jerome. Patriots select N'Keal Harry. N'Keal Harry. Yeah. Top 8. They're taking the top Asia Orchids masseuse, Robert Kraft. What a dirtbag. Yeah, he's not getting paid long term. Yeah, I mean, so that's a weapon. So, like, I mean, I think for the Patriots, that's a solid deal right there. Being in the Pac-10 or Pac-12, being on Pac-12, I watched a couple games last year and it was like for Arizona State, it was all about N'Keal Harry. Like he was the dude getting all the shine. So like he's legit. Draft is fixed. Yeah, we'll have to wait till tomorrow. But it's great because now the whole scope of the draft shifts, everyone. Like now we're not just talking about, we're not looking, okay, we got a guy today, but then we have to wait till the end of the third. Now we have the 13th-ish pick, and then we have, the 50th-ish and other 50th something pick. Or, sorry, 60th. I am not a SC fan. No, I grew up in a house of Bruins and Stanford Cardinal. So I've kind of just been anti-SC. But most of my friends are USC fans. So there still is love for SC people. Pats should have got – so here's the thing with Robert Kraft, and there's just like I guess is like a more of a sociological thing, but like when you're a billionaire almost. Have you seen Robert Kraft's girlfriend, by the way? It's just like a young, hot blonde, like gold digger. But like if you could just go get like the hottest chicks and pay, why are you going into an Asian masseuse place with sex trafficked Asian girls? It's because you're a sick F, like power hungry person. Bruins basketball used to rule, but man, it's been rough. It's been rough. I want to say the last time I was at a game was like the Shabazz Muhammad era, which is like weird times. All right, we're cool. But Jerome, do you like other sports teams like Lakers or like is everyone here just like LA kind of like down the whole board in terms of teams? Because I'm just wondering, like, if I've like dropped some Lakers and some Dodgers references that I'm appealing to everyone. Like, I know that's more Combat Sports Talk LA's deal. Is he's all, he's like everything LA, and I'm everything LA. I wanted to focus on the Rams on this channel. You're just a LA Rams fan. Do you like any other sports? All right, Andrew. See you later, man. And I'll let you guys know. Yeah, just check in tomorrow. I may or may not be live streaming. Athletics, Blazers, Rams, Sharks. Okay, that's like one of the weirdest mixes I've ever heard, but it works. Hey, Philip, you should be a Lakers and a Dodgers fan too. But athletics, got to respect the A's. The Blazers, Damian Lillard is a boss. Yeah, Blazers basketball is pretty solid right now. I'll say that. Yeah. Hey, you know what, everyone? Thanks G Capistrano, and Philip and Jerome and Andrew and Ramifications and Pat Gamers, and I don't know who else is still left, but Mets. Yeah, Mets. I have Jacob deGrom in fantasy, and I just hope his elbow's okay, because he's like my main dude. Dude, Dame is awesome. Niners still suck after today. Yeah. I mean, I hate the Niners so much. I mean, in the 90s, the Rams lost to the Niners 17 consecutive times. It scarred me. It scarred me big time. Hey, Jerome, thanks for stopping in, man. Like, really good I feel like get to know you guys a little bit better now. And it's just cool. Like everyone, it's like you're not alone. There's a bunch of other Rams fans out there. So, your wife is a Niner fan? I mean, I know they say opposites attract, but like that's almost a bridge too far. That's almost a bridge too far. I think the Rams are behind the Niners by like 2 games in the all-time season record, so they need a sweep next year. Hey, Spectre A, peace out, man. Thanks for stopping by. I really appreciate it. And let's see who they get tomorrow. Yeah, I guess it is pretty fun. To have that like smack talking going all year. That should be cool. My wife doesn't like sports at all. She just likes what I like, so that works for me. Do we trade up 45? Interesting. I mean, I'm sure they could trade up if they really feel like someone's slipping away, but I kind of feel like they prepped for this. So the Rams, I'm sure, probably were like building their board for like maybe if there's a couple guys that fall in the first round, they're going to take them. But other than that, they're probably mapping out a pick in the 40s. Hey, Brian, thanks for stopping by, man. Really appreciate you jumping in. Sorry it didn't work out with Abram. As soon as you started talking about Abram, he was picked. So maybe you jinxed it, man. I don't know. Yeah, I feel like they do have a guy they want. I feel like they know what. I mean, like they know what they're doing. Yeah, whoever that is, really. I mean, I know I keep harping on it, and you guys are probably tired of hearing about it, but like if they meet with a dude, got it. If they meet with that dude and he was at the Senior Bowl, got it. If they meet with that dude, he's at the Senior Bowl, and then they meet with him like 2 or 3 times, then that tells me that they just really like that guy. Really like that guy. Do we trade 45 and get an extra 4th? Yeah, sure. I mean, I'm down with that, but it just depends on like, are we trading from 45 to like 50? Are we trading from 45 to 47? I mean, I wouldn't trade up too much because it's like, I don't think it's worth like basically not having a first or a second rounder, no matter how many 3rd or 4th rounders you pick up. Bobby Boucher. Yeah, he'll make sure everyone's hydrated. Little Bobby Boucher, good one. That made me I don't know, was that an LOL? So a lot of people say LOL. I prefer to like really, if you want to get the acronym correct, I like to say SALTS. Smiled a little, then stopped. SALTS. I feel like that's what people normally do, is like something's funny, they kind of go like, SALTS. Bosa to the Niners is interesting. Kyler gets hurt trying to run. Okay, I haven't talked to you guys about this, but I feel like the Cardinals F this up big time. Because I have nothing against Kyler Murray, but I feel if Josh Rosen was in this draft, he'd be a top 10 pick. I'd say he's probably even as good as Kyler Murray. The Cardinals need so much help on so many areas, and the offensive line is terrible. It doesn't matter who your quarterback is. You were a Giants fan, but you watched the Rams with the fearsome foursome, Deacon Jones, Merlin Olsen, and you loved the Roman Gabriel to Jack Snow. Fell in love with them back in '69. Damn, Philip. That's what I'm talking about. Hell yeah. Those are the teams my dad was into, and that's how I became a Rams fan, was because he's like from Riverside, but lived in LA most of his life. And so all these LA teams, all those guys, like the old school dudes, that's kind of what I grew up knowing. And I grew up in like the Jim Everett era, and then like the Jerome Bettis, and then the move to St. Louis. But yeah, hell yeah. Like I love it when lifelong Rams fans from like back in the day find my channel and enjoy it, because I feel like, that means I'm doing something right. Someone from the Senior Bowl that always goes overlooked. You know who was overlooked? Cooper Kupp. You know who else was overlooked? John Johnson. And a bunch of other guys too. But like those are guys that happened with. Noteboom too. Like Noteboom was a guy last year I didn't even see coming. I didn't really think about him because I didn't feel like they were going to take an offensive lineman. I thought they'd take someone else. So for 50 years, you've been rooting for the Rams. Awesome, Philip. That's great. That's and it must be so nice to like finally see them as like a top team in the NFL. I know for myself, it's like after all these years of pain, like real pain of just being like terrible, like the Browns, like the last couple of years, like even though they lost the Super Bowl, like that's the first time they played into February since 2001. So like, I'll take it. It's good times. Yep, Kyler's going to hate seeing 99. He's going to hate seeing a lot. Like, they need to take an offensive tackle. Maybe they take Risner, but there's a lot of tackles left. Did Jawan Taylor get taken? So, like, I feel like now maybe they played it right, and now Arizona gets an offensive tackle. Sleep zone. Anyone here Game of Thrones? Game of Thrones? Hey, Philip, 62. I mean, your profile pic, you don't look like a day over 32? No, it's hard. Your profile pic is too small. 62. So you're a few years away from retirement, man. Hell yeah. You're almost the golden age. Cardinals line isn't going to be able to protect Murray. It's like when we got Bradford and didn't have protect. The Rams, classic example of getting a quarterback and letting him wither behind a terrible offensive line. Even though they drafted Saffold that year, it wasn't enough. He had no offensive weapons, no running back. It was just terrible times. Got to build a good team, and then you drop a quarterback in as like the final piece. Kind of like in basketball, you build a good team, and then you sign Shaq as the missing piece. Good move. Johnny be good. If Greedy Williams is available, do we pick? If he's available at 45, hell yeah. I mean, it all depends on like how the board plays out, because this first round is so different from any mock. And then like I knew that would happen. It was just like it's just so unpredictable. Like each team has their guy. Like Clellan Ferrell at 4th pick to the Raiders. Like no one had that. That's when it got weird. Daniel Jones, no one had that. Do we trade the 4th pick and get an extra 4th? I'm not sure. I mean, I think it just depends on how far we trade back from 45. If it's a few picks, totally, because then I think that's where a lot of linebackers go is the 4th. We had some rough years with Fisher. Even before then, like I think one of the big moves that no one talks about. So yeah, Fisher's biggest problem to me was that he didn't hire the proper staff around him. Fisher should have gone, hey, I don't know anything about offense. My whole 3 yards in a pile of dust, like defense and just toughness, look at my mustache. I think that is you got to be smart. And I think it was Rob Boris was the offensive coordinator. Like if he brought Sean McVay to be the offensive coordinator under him, that's how you do it. You get someone who's expert in that. And then he just got someone who was terrible. Jelani Tavi from Hawaii. Warriors, he could be a great pickup for the late picks. Hey, Brian Lopez, you want to see something pretty cool? Look at this. From my video yesterday, Brian Lopez, I don't know if you watched it. Jelani Tavi, I know it's reversed right there, but that's Jelani Tavi right there under linebacker. Here's the list of what I talked about yesterday of all the different positions, and then running backs here. So maybe I should put these names in the description of the video so you guys have a list of who I'm talking about. But Tavi, I think he's projected. NFL.com profiles had him projected as a 4th to 5th rounder. Boom. You know what, Philip? You know what? Satchel Paige, the old baseball player, said. He said he was like a 50-year-old pitcher back in the 40s, and he said people are always made a big deal about his age. And he's like, if you didn't know how old you were, how old would you think you are? So if you just wiped the notion of wiped age from you knew what your age was, and you're how do you feel? Do you feel 10 years younger than you actually are? So I think it's a lot of state of mind, but also since I've had kids, I feel like I'm 10 years older than what I actually am. Jeff Fisher may be a terrible coach, but damn it, him and Snead drafted some great players. They did. They also drafted Greg Robinson instead of Khalil Mack and Odell Beckham Jr. and Jake Matthews. You go back to that draft where they got Aaron Donald, Greg Robinson, and Aaron Donald, and look at all the guys that they picked ahead of or that were picked after Greg Robinson. And I say that's the biggest turn. McVay came in and turned that team around. but it cannot be understated the change from Greg Robinson at left tackle to Andrew Whitworth at left tackle. That's going from like the worst, literally the worst in terms of getting beat for sacks and penalties to arguably one of the best. So that, I mean, that and McVay had a lot to do with it. They did get Gurley and AD though. They'd also drafted Isaiah Peed and Brian Quick. And they drafted Brian Quick ahead of Alshon Jeffrey. And they also, before that, they drafted, not them, but the Rams drafted Donnie Avery ahead of Deshaun Jackson. We need to get a cornerback. I don't trust our Talib and Peter staying healthy. Me neither. And they will get a cornerback, 100%. But there is value at cornerback. They don't have to get Greedier or Murphy or Rock Yassin. They can get Justin Lane. They can get Amani Oruwariye. They can get, referring to my list here, Sean Bunting, David Long, Amon Marshall. So there's other cornerbacks that they can get. What do you think of our what's up, Connor? Hey man, shout out to Connor here. Thanks for showing up. What do I think about our schedule? Well, you should check out my video on my channel where I talk about the schedule. And if anyone, side note, if anyone's wants to go to the London game against the Bengals, I think I'm going to that game actually. Once the more information comes out about tickets and stuff like that, but I think it'd be cool to see a game in London. What I think about our schedule, I think our schedule is better than last year. Because last year we had 3 consecutive away games. We played it back-to-back with USC, so the field was all crappy. Remember, the paint job with the USC logo. We play 4 NFC West teams in December. So we have, we can control our destiny in December, and we end up with the Cardinals. So that's a nice end the season one. We have 5 primetime games. We don't play in any cold weather, really. I mean, Pittsburgh in November, but it's not terrible like Chicago was. So yeah, that's what I think about the schedule, but check out that video of the schedule. It was 2 videos ago, Connor. What's up, Chris? Arvin, I think our move tonight was good and it makes sense. Totally. 100% agree. And the whole exercise I did of trying to project who they take at 31 was in case they did actually pick there, but I wanted them to trade back. And I think a lot of people on this thread wanted them to trade back as well. Makes sense. The second round is gold to me. They could get someone there in the second round that most likely will be better than players picked in the first. It is finally exciting time to be a Rams fan. Hell yeah, Philip. I remember when they were in St. Louis, when people call me a bandwagon fan that don't know me, I just say one name. I say Jim Thomas. And they go, who's Jim Thomas? I'm like, he's the beat writer of the St. Louis Post-Dispatch. And do you know why I know that? Because I followed the Rams when they were in St. Louis. And I would write into his mailbag, and he'd answer questions. I was like, oh, so cool, Jim Thomas is, because that was the only way for a Rams fan in L.A. or a Rams fan in general to get news about the Rams was to follow their beat writer. They didn't have all these ESPN guys following the team. Our schedule isn't as bad as I expected it to be. Well, I'm really, really late on this. Okay, I'm going to do lightning round here. Clout Kareem, next 4 picks I think will be cornerback, safety, center, guard, in no order. I could totally see that. I would also think that maybe it's cornerback or safety. I think one of those we'd swap out for maybe defensive end or linebacker. But I could totally see those 4 positions being picked. The Rams pick up Jared Goff 5th-year option. I'm all about it. I mean, it was just a matter of they would totally do it. I just hope that Jared Goff, well, first of all, I hope he has a great year and he calms the nerves of anyone who doubted is he worth a big contract? So I hope he has a great year and earns a big contract. But I also hope that he does the Tom Brady approach and is hey, let me take 21 mil and not 35 mil, so I don't handicap the team too much. Travion Williams, sorry. Can you tell me more about Travion Williams? I'm not too familiar with him. Yeah, Lakers forever, Connor Blade. So Lakers fans on here, I was inspired to do Rams talk by my buddy, and I used to work with him. He does Laker talk on, his name is Mike Locke, doing Laker Talk on YouTube. He's got like 16,000 subscribers. But I actually hit him up and I was like, yo, man, is it cool if I do a Rams talk? I don't want to like steal your theme. And he's like, yeah, do it, man. So if you like Rams, hit up Laker Talk on YouTube. But yeah, Lakers forever, all day. Do the Rams trade the 45th for a third and fourth round picks? It just depends on like what numbers are coming back. But if it's close, if they're trading like to like 46, 47, 48, 49, yeah, I'd totally do it. It's hard to watch the Lakers, man. The Lakers just need to get rid of Pelinka. And they needed to hire they just need to hire smart people who are respected. Instead of just like, oh, you're connected to Kobe, oh, you're connected to this guy and Magic and blah, blah, blah. I met Magic Johnson one time at my holiday Christmas party. He was at like a hotel and he was dining in the restaurant next to where we were. And I had a few drinks and a guy ran up to me. He's like, Dre Magic's there. And I was like, he's kind of like my basketball idol. And I went up to him as he was leaving and I talked to him for like 5 to 10 minutes. And when he left, he remembered my name. And he said, it was around Christmas time. He said, Merry Christmas. And like, he just made me, he was, Magic Johnson's exactly how you picture him being, like totally awesome and sincere. But as a guy who's supposed to work like a full-time job, he's just not that guy. And there you go. Our front office does suck. They died with Dr. Buss. Yeah. You know, I mean, they just need to get competent people. Like, no one likes Rob Pelinka. Rob Pelinka, imagine if Rich Paul became the GM of a team. How many people would be, like, how many other execs would want to do business with Rich Paul? Nobody. It's the same with Pelinka. Lane is cool. Justin Lane. Is that what you mean, Lane? Yeah. Yeah. I am very correct about all that. Salts. Someone's listening. Salts. Smiled a little, then stopped. Although that I kind of LOL'd right there. Okay, hold on. Sorry, I got to do turbo round here. New York papers already ripping the Giants for the Jones pick. That's so. Do Gettleman? How Gettleman has a job is beyond me. He trades OBJ and picks Daniel Jones. What an idiot! What an idiot! Yeah, I feel bad for Sam Bradford. If he had an offensive line and a better coach, maybe it would have been more. Yeah, I agree. I feel like take the knee blowouts out of there and give him weapons. Who knows? He probably would, but I think he's just a shell now. He made so much money. You know, I feel bad for Sam Bradford, but the dude made like $130 million, or if not more. So like, I'll take that and blow out my knee twice. How do I feel about Tyreek Hill? I haven't heard the audio, but I mean that just sounds like just not a good person. I mean, and is it just me or is this always happening with Kansas City? Kansas City always has these sleazeballs all the time. Like, what the hell? Like, they're not drafting character at all. Okay, but can you run fast? Flipper Anderson Monday night game. Was that the one where he got the receiving record against the Niners? Yeah. I also remember Flipper Anderson catching that game-winning pass against the Giants in the playoffs, and he just kept running into the tunnel. Hell yeah, Flipper. I wasn't happy at first when they moved to St. Louis, but the bottom line is you're a Rams fan. Me too. Like, Philip, who else are we going to just, like, root for? The team still existed, and it wasn't the players' fault. It was just that gold-digging lady. I'm glad they're back in LA too. It's like when they moved back to LA, like my phone just blew up. Everyone's like, because I was like the one dude that I knew really that was a Rams fan. To be honest, like I just really felt, this is going to sound weird, like alone. Like I didn't really feel like there were that many Rams fans. I didn't, before the proliferation of the internet, you weren't really connected to too many. But like now that they're back, it's like it's on. Would I trade LeBron? I would trade LeBron if a package came along. I totally would. But I really, as much as I feel like that's a talking point, I don't think that's going to happen. I'm more concerned with them. Like, there's just a lot. I'm right now. I'm just like, I don't even know what the Lakers are kind of checked out. Paul George, by the way, what do you think Paul George is feeling right now? Like, he's probably like, oh shit, I just hitched my wagon to Russell Westbrook for like 2 more seasons. The second year, first round exit. If he was on the Lakers, I feel like they would definitely make the playoffs this year. I can't wait till the new stadium opens in 2020. I want to get tickets to go see the Rams play in the new stadium. That's on my bucket list. Yeah, dude, totally. I just got a new job in El Segundo. It's in a huge, tall tower. And when I just look out the window behind me, you can see the Rams' new stadium there. I shared a picture somewhere. Did I put it on Twitter? No, I put it on Facebook. Huh. Are you guys in like the different Facebook Rams fans groups? I recommended there's like Mob Squad, Rams for Life, or something like that. But I definitely recommend joining the Facebook groups because you get a lot of stuff in Facebook. I can see the draft being held at the new stadium. Oh, it definitely will, because at the new stadium is where they're going to have the NFL Network headquarters. It's going to be essentially like the NFL campus, because if you look at the stadium, like an aerial view of like that whole block, all of that's going to be turned into like an amphitheater. They're going to hold drafts there. It's going to be like a little NFL city. So they're definitely going to have a draft. Could be next year even, or the year after, but in the next couple of years, they're going to have the draft there. Do the Rams Talk show tomorrow, or do the Rams Talk to show now? Shoe now. What? I'm sorry, I don't get that. But sure, if you want it. I don't know what it is. I wonder what the new Rams team colors will be next year. I hope they go back to the navy blue and white like they were back in the 60s. As long as they don't go to like the gold and blue, but give me any of the throwbacks, the white and the blue, the yellow and the blue. Sue, do the Rams get Sue now? Or is just Sue? I don't know what I'll make sure to make Clash, do it. Do it, Clash. Clash, who are they taking at 45? How do I feel about the Chargers sharing the stadium? That's fine. I have no problem with that. Whatever. I'm not going to those games. I haven't been to a Chargers game at StubHub, and I'd actually like to go just as a football fan to see football like being that close. I used to have season tickets to the Galaxy because they were like super affordable, and I like soccer. And StubHub was just awesome. StubHub was a perfect venue for any kind of game. Like every seat there is good. Chargers are bums. Yeah, I just don't have the built-up hatred for them. I just it's like this. It's like I don't hate the Clippers. They're annoying, but I don't hate them. Spanos is a douche, 100%, but I respect Phillip Rivers. I always liked LT. Throwbacks would be great. Old school. No, the throwbacks are great, Phillip. I think everyone agrees with you that the throwbacks are the way to go, whether it's blue and white or blue and yellow, or mix them up. So how do I feel about Todd getting fed the ball more than he needs to? Well, John, I feel like Malcolm Brown should have had more carries last year, because he can pass protect, so he can stay on the field. So there's that. I felt he was always good as a runner. He had that really great catch against the Saints where he kind of bobbled it, stayed in bound, or was that against the Packers? But I think that Gurley should get as much, but they should also get more of a Malcolm Brown mix into the game. Like he should get more. I think it should be 75-25 instead of 95-5, which is what it was until Gurley was getting injured. Remember, we beat the Chiefs really without Todd Gurley. He went out early in the game. How do I feel about Chargers? Okay, I've seen this. Yeah. So there you go, guys. How's everyone feeling? Is everyone fatigued? I'm pretty fatigued. What time is it? It's only 9:24. Whew. I gotta They got to absorb all the stuff that's happening. They need to develop more plays for Higbee and Everett. 100% agree. Backup plays when teams pressure Gurley. Yeah. They need to get better in the red zone. They need to – let's see. I really like Malcolm Brown. Me too. I think he's a really good back and will help Todd Gurley stay healthy. I totally agree. I always really like Malcolm Brown. And he can like you guys know, he can pass block like a straight G. Dude, Ed Brennan in the house. Do you like the trade tonight? I just got in. Yes, Ed. And to fill you in, I think most people on this thread are happy with how the trade went down. I think most people were rooting for it. I think we all really wanted the Rams to pick tonight, so like something happened for us, like we got a player. But I think the smart move was trading back. I think most Rams fans on here in general agree with it because they know how this draft is panning out. Do the Rams talk to Ndamukong Suh? Like, the Rams have no money. So, I mean, unless Suh really wants to take like a massive cut, I don't see him coming back. Like, if he wanted, unless they like try and rework something with Brockers, I mean, they have to shift some money around. They just don't have. They have like $5 or $6 million. Getting out of the first round helps with the rookie wages. Losers of the first round were Giants, Texans, Seahawks, and half of Raiders picks and Ravens. Okay, I need to review it. So I can tell you right now, I agree with you on the Giants. Who did the Texans take? Let's just see. Let me look here. Rounds. I'm looking on my phone right now. How do I feel about us re-signing Dante Fowler and not Suh? I think so Dante Fowler, I think, is like this. And I think with the proper coaching, he can keep doing that. And I'll never forget that play, that hit on Breeze in the NFC championship game, which caused that interception. I mean, you talk about players making plays. That's a player making a play at the most critical moment. And he's young. And so this is a prove-it year for him. So I think he's going to be hungry. Okay, who the Texans take? Texans. Did they trade out? Titus Howard, Alabama State, offensive tackle. Yeah, that's weird. That was definitely weird. But I mean, like, what do we know? But I think the Titus Howard thing was weird. Bug. Everyone, Sergeant Bug Fulton. Tip of the cap to Sergeant Bug Fulton. Good to see you, man. Bug, what do you think about the Rams trade? Let me know. Les Snead is a genius and will work his magic tomorrow with the 45th and 79th picks. Yeah, Philip, I agree. I feel like that's a smart move. That value is there. Top 100 players, I mean, like any one of those guys can hit and be impact players. Richard Sherman, Antonio Brown, those guys were like, what, 5th rounders? Hey, G. Capistrano, good night, man. Maybe I'll see you tomorrow, but horns up. And thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Dante Fowler just needs to continue to work hard, and getting Clay Matthews will help him. I agree. I think Dante Fowler is on the rise. And I mean, he doesn't need to get, I used to think like only in sacks, but I mean, if he gets 8 to 10 sacks and has a lot of pressures, I'm happy with that. He played well against Dallas too in the playoffs. Was the Rams victory over the Saints the best playoff win in Rams history? That's tough because I remember the Rams wins with Greater Show on Turf when they beat the Buccaneers and they beat the Eagles. And those were really close games. I mean, and if you're talking about playoffs, how about, the Super Bowl count? Because that win against the Titans in the Super Bowl, that's when Mike Jones stopped Kevin Dyson on like the 3 or 2 yard line or whatever. Like, that was as big as it gets. But I'll tell you, Greg the Leg nailing that kick and how the Rams manned up after that controversial call, like that's big time. Yep, 2nd and 3rd. Add more depth, I believe, in less, so we good. Yeah, I totally agree. I think most Rams fans on here would agree with you with that. Hey, John, you think the Rams do better with Cup, or do I think you want to affect the Rams game? I think Cup. Oh, Cup is Goff's safety blanket. Like, you look at Cup's numbers through 8 games compared to all the other receivers' numbers through 8 games, and it was pretty clear who Goff really liked. And I just can't forget that just beautiful throw and catch with Goff and Kupp against the Vikings, where Goff scrambled out to the right and threw the ball in the corner of the end zone, and Kupp had 2 guys like right on him, and he caught that. Like, that's chemistry right there. So, yeah, I think Kupp will really make a difference next year, because, I mean, I think that was the thing. You give opposing defensive coordinators, like, you have to guard Gurley, you have to guard Kupp, Woods, and Cooks. Good luck with that. Ed, I think beating the Titans was their biggest win. I agree. If you classify Super Bowl with playoffs, what time am I going live tomorrow? So Ed, I'm not entirely sure, because the draft starts at 4 and I'll probably still be at work. But if I can get off of work early, then I will jump on. Also, well, the rounds are much shorter. They drop down to 7 minutes for the second and 5 minutes for the third. So that things will be moving fast like that. So stay tuned, Ed. I don't really know, but I've always wondered this. Is everyone here on Twitter or no? Because if you're not on Twitter, get on Twitter. Twitter's awesome because you can customize your feed to follow like Rams beat reporters. I interact with Vinny Bonsignor, who covers the Rams for the Athletic. You just tweet at these guys a question randomly, and they'll most likely reply to you if it's like a smart question. So get on Twitter, follow me there, and that's when we can interact in real time. Class of the Horns is on Twitter. He knows the deal. He knows the Rams Twitter. Okay, so Clash is thinking Chase. Okay, if they got Chase at 45, that would be great. I'm down with that. Best second-round pick in Rams history. Gosh, off the top of my head, Roger Saffold was a second-rounder, wasn't he? I think he was. Yeah, Saffold, that's pretty solid pick. I can tell you right now, it's not Isaiah Peed. Philip, I don't know what time I'm going live tomorrow. If I am going live, I'd really like to, but it just really all depends. I didn't even think about it, to be honest with you. I didn't think the Rams would have a second rounder, or I thought they could. We going OL with first pick or DL? I would say between the two, they'd probably go OL, only because I feel like the value of OL is greater at 45 than so I have to reassess who's left on the defensive line. To be honest, it could be an edge. I'd say Sergeant Bug. Fulton, I'd say it would be edge or offensive line, but maybe offensive line. And also Bug, 2 or 3 top cornerbacks weren't even taken in the first round, so they could even fall. That starts at 4 p.m. Pacific time tomorrow. Yeah, so unless I get off of work early, I don't know if I'll do it. Yeah. Hey, Philip, just keep an eye out. If you haven't subscribed, set up notifications, because then I think it pops up and lets you know if I'm going live. Hey, Brodnick's back. See, Brodnick pops in and out. I don't know who we're taking tomorrow. I gotta take a look at it. Isaac Bruce. Yeah. Recency bias, right? Yeah. Can't go wrong with Isaac Bruce. I've been thinking about if I got an old school jersey, Bruce would probably be Bruce. I kind of like Jerome Bettis, even Steven Jackson, but that's still a little newer school for Rams fans. Great show. Keep up the good work. Thanks, Philip. I appreciate it, man. OL is important, but they do need help defensively, especially against the run. Yeah, but also they need help with big defensive tackles like Akeem Hicks and Fletcher Cox and those guys, because John Sullivan, for as smart as he was getting blown up in the middle. And how many analysts say pressure up the middle? So yeah, we need those 70s jerseys back big time. And we do need linebackers. Yeah, but linebackers, John, I feel like there's the strength of the linebackers. Of what's great about that is that there's a lot of guys projected in the 4th to 5th rounds. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys. I'd say probably 3 of them inside linebackers that should be there in like the 4th round, or perhaps the 5th. So I think that's the time the Rams will strike with a linebacker. David Long out of West Virginia, Tavon Coney out of Notre Dame, and Bobby Okereke out of Stanford. All 3 played at the Senior Bowl, and the Rams met with them. I just had to say it. Corey Littleton needs support now that we lost Mark Barron. I mean, maybe Micah Kaiser pops in there. I always kind of like Micah Kaiser. He excels against the run. So, Littleton is kind of like the inside linebacker that like usually locks on with the back out of the backfield. He was busy with Kamara in those games. And I think I want to say Corey Littleton was top 10 in the NFL in tackles last year. That's crazy, huh? Corey Littleton and Obo. Like to see what Obo can do. I mean, so when we're talking about preseason games, you're going to see Micah Kaiser getting action. You're going to see Obo, Brian Allen, Noteboom. I think you're going to get a lot of like those second-year dudes popping up. How many more trades? Let's set the over-under at 1.5. So, like, are they making 1 trade, like less than 2, or are they making 1 or 2 or more? So I say 1. Kaiser, Littleton, possibly Clay out the inside. Yeah. And I think clash that like what we're really seeing with the Rams and how they're constructing teams is just flexibility. Like guys who can play multiple positions, like Noteboom, tackle or guard, Allen, guard or center, Matthews, edge or inside, Brockers, nose or 3. They can really, I think that's like kind of the secret sauce for the Rams is just a lot of flexibility. 3, you say 3 trades, AMS. Okay, that's bold. So 3, okay, I'm gonna hold you to that. Clay gonna teach the younger linebackers, yeah. And think about Clay, like how many sacks did he really have? Because there was like 2 or 3 that they didn't call because of roughing the passer, but were really just like tackling the quarterback. How do I feel about Nick Bosa and Murray in division now? I am probably more worried about Bosa than I am about Murray because Bosa really anchors a line now with D Ford and DeForest Buckner. So like that D line is actually legit. And I don't know if Solomon Thomas is still going to be on that D line, but that's a legit D line. That's going to keep the offensive line busy. Whereas Kyler Murray is like, yeah, you're fast and you're quick, but your whole time at Oklahoma, you didn't see anyone like Aaron Donald. So good luck with that. Good luck with your trash offensive line and your soon to be retired star receiver. So, I mean, we'll see. Facts. Obo works out this year. Yeah. I mean, Nick Bosa, unfortunately, I hate now. So, like, there you go. I think kind of like a sneaky pickup for the 49ers was Tevin Coleman, because I really don't believe in Jerick McKinnon anyway. I mean, he did jack squat for the Vikings when Adrian Peterson went down. So I don't really feel like he's all that great anyways. Do I think? Yeah, I think Noteboom will. I think Noteboom, he performed well in limited snaps last year. And I even remembered in the preseason game against the Texans when he was going up against J.J. Watt, and he held his own. That was like a game where the Rams didn't play any starters, but the Texans did. And that's when Sue like really hit Deshaun Watson and he threw up that duck. But I think Noteboom can hold it. Samson Ebukam, not sure how to spell that. Basically it's instead of O, it's E, Ebukam. But I think everything else is right there. He won the Chiefs game one time thing because he didn't do much the rest of the year. Yeah, he was kind of streaky. But I think he performed to like what I thought he would, and I think just getting another year of experience will be great. I mean, like, so he's outside linebacker. You got Clay outside. You got I'm totally spacing on someone. I know we have someone else outside linebacker. Obo. Yeah. So you have those three guys. So they'll definitely draft another guy. I mean, it's just all replenish. Oh, Justin Lawler. I think they have Justin Lawler. He's an outside linebacker. I liked him. I also like Bryce Hager. I mean, as a rotational guy. I don't know what's going on with Ethan Westbrooks. I think he's still a free agent. I don't know. I kind of feel like maybe last year was Donald's chance. However, he didn't have a sack in like his first 4 games. Imagine if he just had like 1 sack a game for his first 4 games, and he would have broken it. And I mean, the Niners, as well as they are with their defensive line, unless they draft offensive line, I mean, Rams are gonna feast again. Where the 49ers, I think, are weak as offensive line and secondary. And that's, they need to address that. Even with Richard Sherman, they're weak there. Yep, Dante Fowler, I think, is going to be huge this year. Damn, AMS. First Rams game was at the Vet in Philly in 74. Frank Corral kicks a field goal. 3 seconds left. Great memory. Got Youngblood autograph after the game. Damn. My first game was not as good as that. My first game was in Anaheim when the Rams were playing in Anaheim before they moved to St. Louis. They played against the Cardinals, and I want to say that was like a Chris Miller quarterbacked team with Jerome Bettis. I didn't go to Rams games before that when they had Jim Everett and Flipper and Bruce and Kevin Green and those Cleveland Gary. I was too young, but my Boy Scout troop got free tickets to that Rams game, and that was the first one I went to. And sat up high and didn't get any autographs. Yeah, and then actually my first game since they came back, and I hate to admit this, but my first Rams game since they came back was last year. Because I had kids recently, so it was just tough to get out. But I went to the Monday Night Football game. And that was freaking epic. Man, this is going strong. I've been on an hour and 42. Got 22 people watching. New subscriber, Brian Clark. Hey, Brian Clark, are you on here? Are you live? What do you think? Hey, guys, give me a second. I just need to get some water. I'm parched. It's been almost 2 hours. Hold on, Rob. I will. Let me just get some water. Let me grab it right here. Oh, I needed that. I needed that. Yeah, man, this place is just going nuts. Still 21 people. It was a live stream for the ages. You know what? As much as I'm feeling the love right now, I kind of want to wrap it up just so I can reassess everything. Maybe, I don't think I'll post a video tomorrow, just because the turnaround on making one and posting, creating a thumbnail and all that stuff, and then it'll only be good for like a few hours before the draft. So I'm kicking back now, kicking my feet up. Oh, see that right up there? That's Redondo Beach. That's where I live, in the South Bay. Who out there is familiar with the South Bay? You want me to post it, Bug? Hey, Ed. Peace out, man. Thanks for stopping by. Really appreciate it. Maybe I'll be on tomorrow. I'm not sure. So just keep an eye out, and I'll let you know. You want me to post it, Bug? Okay, Bug. It's 9:43. Okay. I need to research. I need to film. I got to bust out my camera stand, my microphone. Got to set it all up. Got to upload it. Create meta tags, meta description. Create a thumbnail. All that stuff takes like a couple hours. and I'm about to pass out anyways. Yeah. Hey, thanks, AMS. I appreciate that. It's like, I think, oh, hold on, Ruben. Let me just talk to AMS real quick. Yeah, go get working. I've been like a Rams nerd for pretty much my entire life. And so I just needed an outlet. YouTube was that outlet. I got inspired by my buddy who does the Lakers one. By the way, I told my wife, like, hey, I'm doing a live stream. She's like, cool, I'm going to go shopping. That's how that works. Thoughts on trading down? Ruben, I don't know how long you've been on the stream, probably just jumped on, but I'm a huge fan of it. And most people in the thread, and I think Rams fans in general, are a fan of trading down because the value at 45, if that's where they actually end up staying, is just as they could still get the same guy they've always wanted, but also picking up a pick at 79. The lighting is really weird here. Sorry about that. Yeah, so I'm all for it. What do you think, Ruben? Do you think that was a good deal, trading down? Because there's still a handful of guys I feel like they could have taken at 31 that would be there at 45. I mean, Greedy Williams is there. Byron Murphy's there. Rock Yassin is there. Nasir Adderley, safety, is there. Offensive lineman Dalton Risner is there. Elgton Jenkins is there. Erik McCoy is there. So those are just dudes I need to reassess because there are some positions that I didn't even like, or some players I didn't even add because I just kind of felt like there's no chance that they would be available. So I need to kind of reassess who that is. There might be some other guys like Cody Ford. I can't remember if Jawan Taylor got taken. Yeah, totally agree, Ruben. It was a good move. Yeah, because think about it. They get one starter at 31, or they get two starters, one at 45, one at 79. And, they're just playing the Tyreek Hill thing. What a douche. A 3-year-old? Wow. Tyreek Hill punches his 3-year-old son. What a piece of trash. Yeah, I need to get some depth at O-line for sure. Yeah. This lighting is terrible. Totally agree. I'm down. Dalton Risner would be my guy. I keep harping on him, but he's the dude. I know this is probably annoying for you guys to watch. I'll come back here. Yeah, O-line. I'm all about the O-line. Let's do it. All right, Philip, go to bed. Have a good day tomorrow. Rest up. Let's go. Let's go, Rams. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it, man. Thanks for being a lifelong Rams fan. If they wouldn't have traded, they might have gotten Mac Wilson, but trading down was a better choice. Totally. Mac Wilson's good, but they just needed more picks. Hey, thanks, Bug. Love you too, man. This is good stuff. I'm just stoked there's tons of Rams fans out there and they're finding a community and finding a place. Because it's been lonely out there for a long time. Yeah. What's up, Brandon? So amazing how far we've come. Yeah. It really is amazing. Seriously, 3 years ago, before they moved back to LA, a little over 3 years ago, it was when they're in St. Louis, it's there's no there. I didn't know any other Rams fans out there because it wasn't anything a lot of people repped a lot. So, Brandon Easter from Virginia. Hell yeah, man. Whereabouts are you? Do you work for the CIA? Do you work at Tyson's Corner? Yeah, I went to Virginia once when I was a kid. Yeah, see, John, like it was truck driver. Oh, hell yeah. From Alaska. Wait, hold on. Sorry, I'm like confusing people. John's from Alaska. Are you in Alaska now, John? And Brandon, you're a truck driver from Virginia. Do you live in Virginia, Brandon? I've been to Virginia. I've never been to Alaska. Oh, so you are in Alaska. Damn. And you are in Virginia and Alaska. See, look at that's awesome. Like how far, like Alaska and Virginia and like LA. That's awesome. Rams fans everywhere. How cold is it in Alaska right now? Been to Cali once? Dude, you should come out here when the new stadium opens and check it out. Have you been to LA when you were in Cali? I'm going to give everyone a little secret. When you come to California, if you're not from here, you don't live here, and you come to LA, stay in the South Bay. Like get a place in the South Bay. It's not really central to a lot of stuff, but it's super local. I'm talking about like Redondo Beach, Hermosa Beach, Manhattan Beach. They're all connected. They're just south of LAX. All right, you're on the way. Nice. Wait, hold on. Oh, are you driving here now, Brandon? Yeah, it is almost summer. Summer is coming. Summer is coming. Anyone here watching Game of Thrones? Like, there's really two things right now that are dominating my life outside of like the basics, work and family. It's Game of Thrones and Rams draft. Oh, you're just kidding? Damn. Hey, do that. Is there any way you can get like some freight or some cargo you can drive out to Cali? You should totally do that, man. Yes, Game of Thrones all the way. All right, guys. Who's dying in the next episode? Okay? I'm saying there's like a couple guys I know for sure dying. I think, well, yeah. Hey, Brandon, come on out when the season hits. The Coliseum's a great place. Here's a good thing, Brandon. If you're in the Rams community, or if you find me on Twitter, Real LA Rams Talk, just hook up with like Gurpreet Singh, who's in here. He goes to all the games. I think Clash of the Horn goes to a lot of games. A lot of these guys in this thread, get together and go to a game if you come out. So coordinate it. The tall woman, you think Brienne's going down? I think that's a good call. Like, I feel like there's a few people I'm like, no, they can't die, but that's what Game of Thrones says. They totally flip it. You want a tour? Yeah. Come on down. Tour of LA. Yeah, the South Bay is where I live, and it's nice. It's local, it's beach, it's chill. It's like it's not the busy, it's not like Santa Monica. Santa Monica's touristy as hell. There really isn't like anything particularly cool about Santa Monica unless you love hipsters. It's basically hipster, like beach hipsters. Jamie, you think Jamie's going down? Yeah, dude, John, go to some game next year. Go to some game, just come anytime. Find a good game and go to a game. Both Dragons. So you're basically everything's going down. I think maybe not this Sunday, but before the season's over, I think Daenerys is going to get killed. I think she's going to die because she's coming. They're making her like super. They're making her super unlikable. Brandon, I've been to Weed Cali, totally freaked out. I don't know what that means. That means you come here for weed, or since it's legal, or you're freaked out that it is. Trent, you should have put together a game viewing for Rams Talks viewers. Just everyone meet up and go to a game. It'll be a good time meeting everyone. That's a good idea, Gurpreet. I might actually do that. Like just coordinate get like a huge block and just go. That would actually be pretty sweet. No. In terms of you don't think Khaleesi's gonna? You don't think she's gonna die? No weed country. What does that mean? You don't like weed country, or you've never been to weed country? Or, yeah, that's our cash crop, man. That and strawberries. I think California produces like 90-something% of the nation's strawberries. Weed County. I'm a shell of myself right now. Okay, these are guys I think are going to die in Game of Thrones. Beric, like the Lord of Light guy with one eye, I think he's going down. I thought Jorah Mormont, the guy who Sam gave the sword to, is going down. Just in general, not so much of the battle. I feel like Cersei's going down. The Mountain's going down. I think Khaleesi could go down. The Night King's going down. It's a city. Weed County is a city. I don't even know anymore. Brandon, you're confusing me. Let's just stick to Game of Thrones right now. So yeah, I'm nervous actually. I'm really nervous for this battle. And does anyone else find it interesting, like, out of everyone that you could have protect Bran, they're like Theon's doing that? He's like the worst fighter they have. I don't understand that. Theon's going to die. I could totally see that, like a redemption story. Oh, Borotnik's on lunch. So Borotnik works like double shifts and stuff and late shifts. So this is like the midnight stream for him. Dude, it's 10 o'clock. It's 10 o'clock. It's 10 o'clock. My wife is out shopping. Or is she shopping? Huh? Who knows? Yeah, Borotnik, of course. That week. EMS. No. That week. I don't know. Sometimes, guys, it's hard for me to follow the threads. Yeah. All right, guys. I think I'm actually going to call it because I need to stop talking. Something I probably never thought I'd say is that I need to stop talking. I had a lot of meetings today, and I was talking in meetings today too. So, all right, guys. So stay tuned. I may or may not. Actually, wait. Tomorrow, third round. So if we have 3 third-round picks, okay. So if there are 32 picks in the second round at 7 minutes each, 7 times 10 is 210 minutes. So it's like 3 hours. Okay. So we'll see. Okay, we'll see. I can't guarantee anything tomorrow, guys. But we'll see. But maybe Saturday I'm going to be out, so I won't be able to just sit down and just chill during that. If you guys aren't married, you might want to hold off because then, like, you agree to do things on weekends, like in the morning during draft time, and then you're like, why the hell did I do that? Oh yeah, because I have to. But anyways, guys, all right, that's it. I'm gonna wrap it up. I'm losing my train of thought here with everything. But overall, I really like what the Rams did. I really appreciate everyone for just hanging out and talking. This is actually really fun. I wish we were all in person hanging out and talking about this. But yeah, thanks for joining, being part of the family here. And if you know any Rams fans, like, have them subscribe, have them get into the community. And like I said, follow me on Twitter at Real LA Rams Talk. A bunch of other guys that have been in this thread are on Twitter as well. So it's another cool community. Hey, good night, Guppreet. Good night, AMS. Yeah, catch you in the next video. I'll be doing a recap for sure because I can't really turn around like after each round or night of drafting. I can't really turn like a video around so quickly. So yeah, but thanks so much, guys. I really appreciate everyone. It was actually really cool getting to know you guys a little bit more. Brandon Easter, AMS, John. I think that's all that's left. Sergeant Bug. I don't know if Sergeant Bug's still around. Guppreet, you and I go way back. Brotnick. Oh gosh, Brotnick. Just if you guys don't know this guy, Brotnick, he's coming in hot and heavy with all my Rams videos for the draft. Just firing off guys that he likes or things that we should take, which is pretty cool. I appreciate that. That's what it's all about. But all right, guys, that's it. I'm going to end the stream in a moment here, but thank you so much. Have a good night. Nate, did you just get here, Nate? Or are you just creeping in the background? Nate? Nate? Talking to you, Nate. Nate Underhill? One of the Underhills? No? Okay. Go Rams. Oh, you just tuned in? Nate, I'm just signing off. I've been on for 2 hours. Anyways, Nate, before I go, the Rams traded back, got the 45th and 79th picks. I think you knew that, but everyone pretty much is in agreement here that has been on this in the live stream here that it was the right move. So sorry I'm going right now. I think this live stream will be archived and on my channel, so if you want to watch it, but I don't think I'm gonna get to. You got it, Brotnick. Good luck at work there. Oh yeah, tune in the future. Well, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it tomorrow. I'm gonna try. So maybe tomorrow at some point during the second or third rounds, I'll jump in there. Are we sharing the new stadium? Yes, with the Chargers, we are. Someone's got to pay rent. It's like as landlords make bank. Stan Kroenke, he bought the land and he financed the stadium, and because he wants someone to pay him rent. So yeah. So anyways, guys, Nate, sorry you joined right when I was signing off, but I need to take a little break. Probably do some stretching, get some chocolate. Sunday, I'll have a video on Sunday. Wait, what's Sunday? I feel like there's something Sunday. I don't even know. Anyways, my brain is mush. Appreciate everyone so much. Go Rams. Tomorrow's going to be a great day. Saturday's going to be a great day. So Dalton Risner. You guys know what I've been saying. Dalton Risner. Dalton Risner. All right, guys. I'm ending the stream now. Have a good night, everyone, and I'll talk to you later. Go Rams.